Hello YouTubies, this is Joker Squad and thanks for watching one of my amazing YouTube videos. Am I going to show you some magic tricks? Or is YouTube themselves going to do some magic tricks for you? This is amazing, guys. Not only do you have to watch adverts on channels now, but you also have to pay for some of the subscriptions. Even before you sign up to a subscription, you have to pay for it on certain sites and channels. And you know, I remember when YouTube first opened up, and it was just basically people putting videos up for vlogs, talking in front of a camera like I do sometimes, making piss-taking videos like I do. Some people decided to make films on YouTube like I don't and others just decide to do porn reviews like I do. There's loads of different stuff people do. They'd like to do songs, you name it, they do that stuff. But now some of them think they're so important on YouTube, you know, with their 20 odd subscribers, that they can now charge for subscriptions. You know, they can charge the people coming to this channel to watch a video even before they know anything about that channel. And I don't know what people think. Who would actually opt into that? Well, I would suspect, you know, people who make films, Disney maybe, a few big corporations who actually produce movies, etc., and songs. Maybe they would actually opt into it. But also some of the other YouTubies who are not known on YouTube at all, and just think that they can charge people for subscription to a channel that they probably never heard of. And I'm looking at this thinking, this is rant time. This is a time for me on YouTube to take the piss out of YouTube themselves. Now I know some of you moderators are watching this video right now thinking, he's got to try to take us on. Now I could click on this button here and delete this video and give him a big strike on his channel for trying to take on Google or YouTube. Well, yes you could, but that would actually be silencing a great opinion of the king of YouTube. Don't forget, I am the king of YouTube still. YouTube. You know me out there on YouTube. You've probably seen every single video that has been flagged of mine, which is more or less every single one I've made. Thousands of them. On different channels, of course. But who in their right mind, who would in their right mind actually subscribe to a channel that they have to pay for? Like $5.99 a month or something. Who does that? Where does all this money come from? And even if they had the money, why would they want to do it in the first place? And as for the YouTuber themselves, you know, the one who's actually making these channels and charging people for watching their videos, do you really think that's a great way to build a fan base? Do you really think it's even a great way to get a point of view across? Because YouTube itself, on the whole, unless you're one of these big corporations making movies, etc., is just like people like myself and others on YouTube who make videos for opinions. Sometimes we might do a piss up video, sometimes we might make our own films, but there's nothing really worth charging a viewer for. There really isn't. You don't have to charge them for it. In fact, they're less likely to even watch a video if you go do that, and I don't blame them at all. Why should they charge to watch a load of shit on YouTube? And they don't know what to go watch when they're getting charged for it. They see a video and it's about teddy bears, or somebody, you know, holding a teddy bear that's talking or something, or showing a can of fizzy drink exploding. I don't want to go show on these stupid channels. But YouTube itself, it's just, the majority of us do vlogs. We're just talking in front of a camera. And sometimes you might see a bit of porn. That's okay. Maybe that's worth charging for, but no, I don't mean that. I'm not going to charge for any videos, I promise. There's nothing on this channel that's going to be charged for, ever. Even if I get to 100 odd subscribers, I'm not going to charge for anything. I mean, even if it was 1 billion or something, I still wouldn't charge for it, because it's just a fucking hobby. This isn't media. It isn't. It's just for people to make videos about things they're interested in. And I think that's okay, but there's nothing really worth charging for. Even if you're famous, you know, if you're coming onto YouTube and you're famous, you don't charge the people to watch your videos. You might want them to watch it anyway. You might want as many people to watch it because that's the way it is. Now, there are certain situations when that is okay. I suppose there's teachers who teach certain things and it might actually work. Businesses that actually teach lessons, etc., and it might take a lot of hard work. Maybe that's okay for YouTube itself, subscriptions. But everything else, like people just making normal standard videos, which is the vast majority of us on YouTube, including myself, it's just not worth it. It's questionable, though, whether this actually should be done this way, because I think people are really just getting ripped off. I think anybody who opts into it is probably, dare I say, an idiot, because you're parting with money. There's a lot of ways you can actually watch videos like that without actually departing with your own money. Yeah, a foreigner's money are easily departed. That's the way it goes. Sorry, that's not against any of my friends on YouTube, by the way. That just came out accidentally. Okay, so I know Dave out there is probably going, oh, what they just mentioned my YouTube channel. I'm going to bloody flag this channel down from his videos. Yeah, whatever. But I don't believe that anyone should charge for videos. But I suppose somebody like Hollywood, who are making films, can actually charge a subscription for their channel. Of course, maybe Disney, who are posting movies and cartoons up that are of decent quality and worth watching. I suppose certain teachers who, they might teach maths with very good quality videos, subscriptions to that channel, I suppose, because it's education costs money. But other things, not really. I don't see anybody else opting into it. If I see any idiots out there on YouTube, even if I know them, who opts in for this and they're just making blog standard videos, I might just click that unsubscribe button so quickly you won't actually be able to complain about it. I might actually down from and flag the video as well, you know what I mean, because that is just sickening. Who in their right mind would actually opt into it when they just make shit videos? I don't know. I mean, I'm calling my videos and other people's videos shit. I don't mean in that way. I just mean in the standard to the corporations types of films, etc. We can't compete with that. And even if we did, this is just a hobby. YouTube is a hobby, and the vast majority of us are. We're just pissing around on YouTube, really. I just like to talk about things I like on my channel, which tends to be Doctor Who, porn reviews, and taking the piss. And sometimes I might talk about rational stuff like this. But I just see it as a hobby. That's fine. But I still love doing it. Everybody who does hobbies likes to do it quite a lot. But it's not a job. It's not really... Some people do make money from it, but I still think it's nothing more than just a hobby. And of course you can do very well with hobbies, but that doesn't mean you should start charging people for the service. It doesn't make sense to me. I think that should be restricted to certain businesses, rather, who are actually making good quality shit. I don't think anybody with a personal channel has the right to charge people for it. I really don't. So if we're talking about, even if they are people work for Walt Disney, even if it's Walt Disney himself and he's just making his own channel to do vlogs, we shouldn't have to pay for it. Yeah. I can see where it could actually come in handy, where it would actually be a good idea, but it depends how you see it. I see it in different ways because I understand how some of the businesses would actually work. For instance, I used to enjoy playing chess, and they come up with a very lot of hard work to think up the strategies, etc., for the videos, and when they make it, they don't make any money. That's like all that hard work is not actually paid off. And people who teach maths and English, etc., it might be a good idea for them to actually charge a subscription, but it has to be quite low. You know what I mean? You don't have to charge massive amounts for a video. I don't agree with that at all. So maybe it would work for certain channels, but not every single channel. It's thinkable. I'm not 100% against it for everyone, but for the majority of people, I see them abusing it. I do, and they wouldn't actually understand when it's appropriate to actually do it and when it isn't. For instance, no matter what video I make on YouTube, it's simply not appropriate, because that, as far as I'm concerned, it doesn't fall into that category, the criteria of why you should charge. And my view is businesses who make films, cartoon networks who produce whole series onto their channels, maybe the BBC, if they produce all the Doctor Who episodes, maybe they could charge a subscription for that. I accept that. Teachers who, like professors, who put all the lessons up online, I suppose. Informative videos where it's been very well thought out, I suppose. But on the vast majority of us, we do not fit into that criteria at all. So we could call it stupid, and in some ways it might not always be stupid. So I'm split down the middle on this, but I just don't think it should apply to every single YouTuber. I think that's a mistake on the part of Google, and there has to be a good criteria for it in the first place. You would have to apply for it. I don't think it should be open to every single YouTuber. That's my opinion, and I think that's probably the best opinion I could come up with in this video. So I could take the piss in this video, but I see where it applies, but the vast majority it doesn't. So I've repeated myself a load of times, and don't forget to down from this video, and I don't know what else you do on YouTube. You probably go watch some porn later on. Oh, by the way, I do porn reviews, so if you want to watch those, don't forget.